So Mia Roux finally came out. So Mia Roux from South Africa, she finally came out and she broke her silence. First of all, she wants to thank everybody for all the love and the support that they've given her. And so she kind of explained what happened. Now, she said that when she was in Mexico, she did like a very brief video about her having vertigo, yeah. And she explains, of course, what it is. You know, of course, the balance lies in your ears, but with her, because she has hearing impairment, she's a bit at a disadvantage. So, you know, of course, it affected her body. It affected, you know, she was not able to be very stable. Let's just say that. And so she had to seek medical help in Mexico. So she also explained that she pushed through. Even though she was struggling with it, she pushed through until the very dying minute when she was in her national costume. That's where it became extremely intense and her body said no. It basically shut down. So of course she was disappointed and she had to withdraw. Now, I just want to say something about this, yeah, because again, it seems like she's been battling with this for a while. Of course, her team, they're aware of it. They try their best. They seek medical help and they still try to push her through it. And of course, probably she did not want to disappoint anybody. And she said, you know what, I can do it. I can do it. These are things that we call risks. Yeah, we call risks. I guess Mia, she has her triggers. Yeah, she has her triggers. And again, maybe after she won Miss SA, they should have known her triggers. I'm not sure if she explains it to them. I'm not sure what happens behind the scenes. If maybe, I'm not sure, a large sound effect or other things is triggering it because you're going to Mexico. I don't know how the production there compares, for example, with South Africa. I've seen the South Africa one too. It had proper production. Everything was good. Now for Mexico, I'll say the production was not that amazing. But maybe, again, going back, we don't know what triggers it. Sometimes when, again, they do their assessments, they said that, okay, they explain that these are the things that trigger my vertigo and these ones not. So that to me, that's a risk. And it could have been avoided. If they knew that this was probably what was going to happen, then I felt that they should have just sent another representative. South Africa has done that before. It's not always the winners that go to Miss Universe to represent. Because like I said, this is a massive risk. And again, she was going through this in Mexico. You know, so to pull out the dying minute, because South Africa did not have a representative this year, and I understand she has to take her health seriously, but I felt maybe this could have been avoided if it was set from the beginning, because this was not even something that happened really. It's not even like, okay, she was better, she was healthy throughout, everything was okay, and then the dying minute out of nowhere, this just happened. It was something that was happening in between. So it was considered a risk. Even maybe when she was in Mexico the first 2 days, because they've spent like roughly almost 10 days there. Maybe if this was happening within the 2 days, I understand it's very, very inconvenient. They should have just sent another representative. They should have sent maybe the second runner-up or the third runner-up. Either Onalena or Numpumelelo. One of those two. Because South Africa needed a representative. You know, so yeah, that was the issue in Mia's case. We hope she gets better. The next show is going to be Miss Supernatural. I don't think she can go there because Numpumelelo is scheduled to represent in Miss Supernatural. But we wish her all the best. But I just want to say, in this life, some things could be avoided. Some things could be avoided. We're not perfect. I have my triggers. And you know what? Yes, I know I don't want to disappoint anybody, but I can as well just say it in the beginning that this is what triggers it. It can be a risk. Yes, sometimes we can test and see how it goes. But prevention is better than cure. Yeah, and I understand South Africa, they wanted to send her because, of course, she was a great representative. She had also a strong story. She had a good advocacy, also in regards to the inclusivity, being deaf, but also the type of impact that she wanted to do. So, of course, they felt she had a higher chance. I know she was probably going to place, most definitely. Now, winning it, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about winning it. But so that's why, of course, they sent her. And I've watched Miss South Africa. I've actually watched Miss South Africa. And I've always said that I was rooting specifically for two people. And Mia was one of them. She was a good representative. But like I said, all of this could have been avoided because she had her triggers. Yeah, I don't know what happened in Mexico, but she had her triggers. Hence why. And also moving forward, yeah, because this stand war and this toxicity has got to stop. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. In the beginning, it was like, okay, it was manageable. But like I said, the hate, I don't want to go back to this whole Chidema thing. But moving forward, we need to stop. If you focus on your own, support her, like what some, and I know it's not all of you guys that did that, but some of the Mia fans that genuinely loved her, genuinely supported her, and all that, kudos to you guys. But the ones that were so spiteful and all their focus was on hating Chidema 24/7, the hate that they had for Chidema was even more than the love they had for Mia. It was more than the love they had for Mia. You get me? Sometimes all this negativity that you put out there in this world, you know, this world works in a very, very different way. It works very, very differently. You might not believe in the spiritual realm of this world, but when you start putting so much hate out, so much negativity, I would not mind if the hate was coming from a small group, very, very tiny group. But if you check social media, it was quite a lot of people. It was not needed. Person has not done anything to you. Let's be all about positivity. There was no need to hate. Anyway, Mia, I hope you get better. Of course, you will still fulfill your duties as Miss South Africa. Continue to do the good work. Again, sometimes, you know, we have to recognize our weaknesses because it could prevent certain things. We're not perfect. Could all happen. But yeah, I wish you all the best. And yeah, we'll keep on with the updates. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am back in South Africa and I wanted to reach out to you all. Thank you so much for all of your kind wishes, your support and your prayers. I really do appreciate it, and I do believe in the spirit of Ubuntu, just like the Miss South Africa organization, and that we should uphold those values in all that we do. So I wanted to be transparent with you all and share my story. A lot of you would have seen the video that I made about vertigo while I was in Mexico at Miss Universe, and vertigo is a condition where it feels like you are dizzy and there is a sense of the world spinning around you. And now, as you all know, that your balance lies in your ears, so when you have a hearing impairment, there is a high chance of you having vertigo, and it's very intense and very pronounced, which can also cause major issues with your balance. And when you have these issues with vertigo and balance, it really means that physically you need to be strong in order to be able to combat it and to fight it. And mentally I was very strong, I was ready, but physically my body just was taking a lot of strain. And I even had to seek medical help in Mexico City, and even after the medical help, my condition still wasn't improving. On the night of the preliminary competition, I continued to push myself, and I was ready in my national costume to showcase it proudly. But my body was just saying no, and my vertigo intensified and became unmanageable. As we waited backstage, I fell repeatedly, and I was not able to get up and feel secure standing without support. After conversations with the production personnel, I did not feel I was in a position to safely walk on stage. I had to very quickly realize and be at peace with the fact that this was not the road that was meant for me. I am deeply grateful to the Miss South Africa organization for their support and for empowering me with the choice to step away. It was not easy, as I was not doing this just for myself, but for all of you South Africa, and for every single person who have thought they could never be on a platform like this. On August 10th, I undertook to prioritize the marginalized and represent South Africa, as well as the Miss South Africa brand, in a way that genuinely makes a difference. Following the prelims, I went to see a specialist in Mexico, and I'm already doing so much better. But I am proud to be differently abled, and it is not enough to just open doors, but we need to have systems in place in order to foster true inclusivity. I hope this experience can help to educate the world of pageantry and beyond. I will continue to serve as your Miss South Africa, to support and uplift those who come after me. With my unbreakable spirit and an exciting year ahead, I will keep fighting for myself and for everyone with dreams and passions who lack the system to achieve them. Together, we can create new standards and new norms. And I am so proud to still be your